This week we had Nick Rakestraw here, aka Darwin On The Trail, and if you don't know who he is and you've been living under a rock, he's the OG of backpacking YouTubers. He's been around for a long time, and he's a Triple Crowner. He started a gear company a couple of years ago, and I've known about this gear company, but I wanted to find out more about it, so I invited him here to tell me all about it, find out about his gear and how he got into it and kind of why he's selling it. So this is my honest, real reaction to him showing me gear and him being here and just kind of talking through it, because I know some of you have questions about it as well. But before we get into that, I've got to go through very quickly some housekeeping items. First of all, my class is still on sale. It's a backpacking 101, how do you go backpacking class, backpacking course. It's this 58-page workbook. It's also 18 videos online, and it was written to the Dan Becker of 10 years ago who knew nothing about backpacking, so it's very easy to understand. It's still on sale. Spring 20 is the code. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to check that out. Also, because of massive popular demand, we are bringing back this. This is the Grand Canyon Dan Becker version Lander 2 knife, collaboration with NAF's Knives. When we released this a few months ago, it sold out in 1 hour. We made 50 that sold out in an hour. So we made another 50. And just know, you better be clicking that link right now because there was a waiting list of like over 50 people for this knife. We've also sent out an email about it, and it's being broadcasted here. So click the link in the description below if you want this knife. It represents my experience, my story in the Grand Canyon, and also what I believe was God's grace on my life. So go check that out in the description below. And finally, we're bringing back the Survivor podcasts. Yes, that's right. We've been working hard trying to find guests, and so we're bringing them back. And if you are a survivor yourself of an extreme outdoor experience, or you know someone personally who has a survival story, please email our production assistant, Allie, and I'll put the email right here and let her know all the details, and hopefully we can work something out and maybe even tell your story as well. Okay, thanks for sitting through that. Now, on to Darwin. Welcome to the both of you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Who are you and how did you end up in my basement?
Oh, God, that's a long story. I am Nick, or Darwin, as most people know me, and this is my esteemed associate,
AJ.
Awesome.
So you've got some stuff, but you were a hiker for a long time, YouTube channel. Still a hiker, but you ran a YouTube channel and then started a gear company.
I did, yeah. So after years of long distance hiking, doing a bunch of the Triple Crown trails, 14,000 miles plus of hiking. When I was out on the Continental Divide Trail in 2021, I was trying to find kind of the perfect sun hoodie, the hiking top. I really love merino stuff. So I had this wacky idea that I would try to come up with a sun hoodie. When I went out to do the Continental Divide Trail in 2021, I had this prototype. Long story short, that somehow morphed into a gear company. Because I made this sun hoodie.
I feel like that happens a lot with people that we have here.
Yeah.
So they go out on trail, they discover something that they don't like, they make it themselves, and poof, there's a gear company.
Yeah, so it was kind of done kind of by mistake. So after about 2 years, when I finally kind of got what I wanted, I was like, well, maybe I'll start a little gear company. I'll make like a real limited run of stuff and just put out a couple little things here and there. As long as I get to like scratch my own itch and I get my own thing that I want, which I just wanted a sun hoodie and a backpack. That's all I wanted. Okay. I was like, if other people want it, that's cool too, but it's kind of selfish.
Is this true? Is he selfish?
Yes.
And then somehow that just morphed into a gear company, and I started Evolve Supply Co. in 2022.
Wow, has it been that long, really?
Right. And then AJ came in and started helping me run the company and became a part of the company in 2023, and we've been doing it ever since. So cool. I met AJ on the Colorado Trail in 2020. Yep. So we're both long-distance hikers. Mm-hmm. Between us, we have about 20,000.
A little bit over, so I probably got over 8,000. You're like
totally have that
16,
something
17,
like that.
Something, but
what'd you say?
I totally have that many as well.
You do,
yeah.
Nice. You want to join the company?
I have that many.
You want to be the third partner?
I have that many miles between my bedroom and my fridge.
That's all it takes to be a part of Evolve.
That's awesome. How'd you come up with the name?
Well, Darwin, evolution.
I see what you did. I see what you did there. Let's see the sun hoodie.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So it is a 96% merino and a 4% spandex. So I went back and forth with a lot of different materials trying to figure out. We tried 100% merino, fell apart instantly. We were trying to find like this perfect blend to get it light enough, breathable, be good when it's hot outside, be good when it's cool outside, be good with being antimicrobial. So if you're out on something like a thru hike and you're wearing the same shirt for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks on end without washing it, that you're not going to smell completely like a piece of hot garbage. This we actually did a co-brand and a collaboration with Z-Packs.
Okay.
So not only is it our Sun hoodie, it's also theirs. So my concept, my design, and then we kind of brought Z-Packs on board to share with some of the marketing and colors and stuff like that. So we released it together.
Very cool. This isn't like a quarter zip. This is like a half zip, right?
Yeah, it's a little past a quarter zip. One of the other things that kind of...
to show your chest hair on trail?
That's right. You get to like hulk out and just... I overheat really easy.
Okay.
When I'm hiking, so I wanted a way to kind of vent my chest.
Yeah. So, quick question: do you feel like this gets warm?
So with merino, when you do a really high blend of merino, it will usually keep you pretty cool as long as it's not like skin tight. Is it going to be as insanely cool as like a piece of like cooling synthetic? No.
Right. I mean, this is thin. It doesn't feel like it's
super thin jersey.
Yeah.
And you know, merino does have a cooling property.
It feels
especially
very
when you're sweating. It kind of acts like an air conditioner.
Yeah. That's cool.
I think maybe more humid environments, or maybe
humid environments. I've noticed like I might sweat a little bit more. It might not been as much in humid, but when it's hot out, it does a really killer job. So the Mirage has been out for going on 2 years now.
Yeah.
But we're actually releasing a bunch of new colors for men's, and then we're also putting out. So many people have asked us for it, a women's version. So this is the women's version.
So this is a highly requested women's version.
Very highly requested.
Yeah, I want to see this backpack.
So like I was saying, whenever we launched the company, it was launched. Is this really big? Is this huge?
Seems
going like above me.
it's not that big.
Your best bet is to lay it down, and then we'll barely see you.
So when we launched the company, I also came out with a backpack called the Ranger. It was kind of my perfect through hiking pack. Now, like I said, over the last couple years of having evolved, I've started to get away from the whole crazy ultralight bro.
Do you even ultralight?
As I've started to get into things like mountaineering, pack rafting, needing something to carry more weight.
Yeah.
What I've noticed with like a lot of the ultralight frame packs, everything seemed like its carry capacity or comfortable carry range, like what you can put in it and it still be comfortable on your back with a frame, for the super ultralight fabrics wasn't really that crazy high. So I was like, well, what can we do? How can I make a pack that will be light enough, but still be able to carry a crazy heavy load?
Okay.
In this guy alone, I have had 45 pounds in it.
Okay.
And it is a 2-pound pack. We just took the Ranger, which was the pack that we had already had. And then I was like, all right, let's figure out how we can put a hip belt on it, put a frame system in it, and make it carry more weight and be bigger.
No, that's cool.
Which is the Space Ranger.
Mm-hmm. What is this? This is unique, I feel like. This.
You haven't seen this stuff. So this is an ultra stretch mesh. So the pack is made out of the body is made out of an EPLX 200, which is made out of 100% recycled plastic water bottles.
Oh, interesting.
So it's eco-friendly.
Yeah.
LX200 sounds like a car.
Yeah.
It does, right? Yeah.
The other cool thing is it's a laminated fabric, so we're actually able to tape the seams just like DCF.
Okay.
So all the DCF packs can still do that, but the fabric itself is, one, it's more eco-friendly. Two, it's a little bit more rigid, so it carries better. It kind of holds its shape better.
Okay.
All the other kind of accessories like the side pockets, the hip belt, the shoulder straps, everything is made out of an ultra grid. So
okay, yeah.
But it's really the frame system that we worked on pretty hardcore. Oh yeah, we bought some frame.
We just happen to have a frame system on the side there.
That's fancy.
Wow,
it's fancy. You'll see a lot of other ultralight packs that just kind of have the two flat bar stays in them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. And you can kind of remove them. The problem that I always found with all of those is like they added a little bit of structure, but they didn't really carry load as well. So obviously a load lifter helps kind of bring that load back or forth on your shoulders. So whenever we went to do the frame system in this, we did a 2-part frame. So these are the stays inside of the pack. They plug straight in to this lumbar pad.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like this.
Sure.
So they have right there. And then the actual frame stay at the top of it goes right under... I don't even know how to show this without...
Under the load lifter?
It kind of hits right at the load lifter.
Oh, yeah.
So when you shift that load lifter,
Sure.
it's putting it directly down onto your hips versus on your
Very
back.
smart. And then do you sell it as a packet? Do you buy the hip belts? Because these are removable.
I know that's a thing with you.
Yeah, it is.
I know
It
it's a
drives
thing
me
with
nuts.
you. So yes, so
Just wondering.
So everything is modular. So you can take the hip belt pockets off
Yeah.
and put them on, but the Space Ranger comes with hip belt, which is also removable. If you wanted to, you could take the stays out of this.
Yeah.
You could take the back pad out of it. You could
Okay.
take the belt off of it, and it could be a frameless 50-liter pack if you really wanted it to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, it does come with 2 hip belt pockets.
Yes.
I mean, I don't personally use hip belt pockets. I'm not a hip belt pocket
Cue
guy.
the applause, Emmett, in the edit somehow.
You know.
Maybe some confetti.
Yeah, there it goes.
That'd be great.
I'm not a hip belt pocket guy, but I know a lot of people are.
Yeah. I also feel like you didn't skimp on padding.
No, sir.
no.
So that is a thing that we're actually really particular about.
Yeah, I can tell.
So we use a 1/4 inch spacer mesh on ours. Most people use an 1/8 inch.
Yeah.
And the reason is because
Oh,
I'm bony.
that was
Again,
really loud.
all this
I think
is
I'm
all-
deaf in my
all
right ear
built
now.
around you.
I like your little design aesthetic.
The
right
hook?
here. Yeah.
Everybody likes the
I
hook.
think that's cool.
Yeah. So I wanted to make
It's a little style finally to it.
I wanted to make outdoor gear that was kind of timeless a little bit. That
Yeah.
kind of harkened back to like the old school kind of outdoors, like that.
Yeah.
That nostalgic outdoor
Sure.
feeling of camping and stuff like that when you were a kid. So, and then the other thing that we did on this, like I said, modularity is, does your pack have a Y strap or no? Is it just a single leash?
Oh
or
man,
is it
I think it's a single.
Okay. Have you ever needed a Y strap?
When I carry a bear canister.
Yeah. So we made that modular as well. So there's the single leash if you want to use that, if you're rocking it. But if you're, like me on a through hike or something, like, in this section I got to carry a bear can, or I'm going to carry an extra bag of chips or extra food. Well, you can just keep this in your pack. I usually just keep mine in my ditty bag
Yeah.
in case I got to use it. And then that just attaches like that. That comes off here. You pull this a little bit to give you some slack, and then boom, you got a Y strap.
Just like that.
How many liters is this?
This is a 50 plus.
So 50 is the interior plus the exterior pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah. The other side of this, was this a trekking pole loop? Is that what this is?
No, that is
was
for
that?
an ice axe.
Oh, ice axe. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
We're actually about to release a special edition version of it
Okay.
that helps benefit the national park.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
National
Love
Park
it.
Foundation.
Yeah. And what are you going to sell this for?
So
Or what are you selling it for?
These
How much?
guys are currently
330.
$330. Yeah.
Okay.
Then again, that
330
comes
with
with
2 hip belt
yeah.
pockets.
Yeah. There you go. Thank
And
you.
made in the U.S. of A.
Made in the U.S. of A, folks. And this, are we done with this one?
Yeah,
Let's see the.
So yeah, just kind of some regular accessory pouches. We do like a regular shoulder pocket, and then like for a cell phone, something like that, your iPod. We also have our cookware.
Oh, the cookware. Yeah, I've seen the cookware before. It's super cool.
Do you want to do a cut there, and you want to give me your pot?
Yeah.
We need to bring it.
Now I get it. Now I get
Come on,
it.
who was that? Who was that?
Wayne's World.
Yes!
What you doing here?
That might have been the mice that got into my gear closet.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
All right. So this is mine. I've had this for over a year.
Yeah.
And the mice got into my
Look
gear
at
closet.
that.
And
Look at that.
Up there, buddy.
I thought you were chewing on it. I thought you were like gnawing on that.
Mice is a likely.
Like, if you take the lid off, you can get to the food.
Yeah,
fast.
it was it was a long, hungry hike.
So we started joking of like, if you're going to do something to a cook pot, like what would you do to it? And the first thing I said was like, oh, well, because we got the brass hook on our pack. I was like, what would be classy? What would be old school to kind of put on the pot? And I was like, oh, we should put a wooden knob on it. Mm-hmm. And
That's
it started as a joke. And then
That's definitely not a joke. I think it's cool.
well, as we were talking about it, it was like, well, wait a minute. A wooden knob
very
wouldn't get
functional.
hot when the pot gets hot. Because if you ever had like the other lids from the other titanium pots, got the little triangle
And then
thing,
you got to kind of slide it to
and
the
always
side.
kind of burns you when you grab it because
for
the
sure.
pot's hot. I was like, well, I don't think wood will get hot. So that might be a good idea. And then like if I'm wearing thick gloves in the winter or something, trying to pick up that little thing or trying to like grab, it's an absolute pain. So we're like, well, let's see if that'll work. So that's where the wooden knob came out of.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing that I was talking about with cook pots that I could not stand out of all the cook pots I've ever owned, until you get up to about like a 900 or like an 1100 or something, you don't get a pour spout on a pot.
Oh, yeah.
750s, 500s never have a pour spout. But I'm like, Well, this pot in general, like I wouldn't really cook a big meal in this in the first place. So what am I going to mainly do in a pot like this? Boil water.
Sure.
So why doesn't it have a pour spout so I can pour out the water? Because I don't know if you've ever like tried to pour water.
Oh yeah.
And it just kind of like spills down the side a little bit as you're trying to pour it
sure.
in. I don't know. What else could we do?
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's cool.
Let's put a bail on it so you could use it on a fire. If you want to
why
use it
not?
on a
Why
fire.
not?
Now we have the 750. We have an 1100, so a bigger one if you want to cook.
Oh, nice.
It's what I actually use in the winter. So
Sure.
being out in the snow, obviously,
Yeah.
boil a lot of snow.
Yeah. What do you sell this for?
What are the pots? Are they
30, 32?
32?
Yeah, I thought I remember
32.
it being like super reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Like to the point where you're like, why would I not buy that?
Yeah, so we priced it all, competitively, as people say, but it's really just like, I mean, there's no sense in overcharge.
Yeah, but I think what the Toke's 700 pot is like $30, I think, or something like that, right?
Right.
I mean,
It doesn't have all the cool features.
right, exactly. No, I think this is super cool.
Yeah.
What's on the horizon that you can tell us? Anything?
Well, we just put out a new version of the Ranger today.
Yep.
So
Okay.
after
Today?
Today.
Today we released it today.
On the way here.
Wow.
Yeah, so we released
been a big day.
We're calling it the Ranger 2.0. We added some different features to it. Kind of just upgrade it mainly from customer feedback.
Okay.
So we always take
really
all
cool.
that into account because, I say that it's selfish and that like we design the stuff for us and we do initially, but kind of everything after that initial stage of what we're happy with, it's really taking feedback from other people that are in different environments in different parts of the world using it.
Yeah.
This pack just recently came out, the Space Ranger, and then we are working on some pretty exciting stuff. One thing you can wear on your feet.
Oh my gosh.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Like really
And
sweet.
the other thing also has a quarter zip.
Okay. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you be willing to give anything away to any of our viewers that may be interested in some of these today?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not.
that's the real boss
I
over
make
there.
the decisions.
Yeah, he makes the decisions, folks.
Overruled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could
Nice.
let's give away a 750 pot or
Okay.
1100 pot.
Oh,
their
Let's
choice.
make a
Their
decision.
choice.
Yeah. And a Mirage, maybe?
And a Mirage, yeah. One of our sun hoodies.
Snap.
Either the women's version or the men's version.
Nice.
As long as it's out.
Yeah,
okay.
It should be out.
Should be
Yeah.
out.
By the time this video comes out.
Nice. So in order to get it, you got to follow me on Instagram. You got to follow these guys on Instagram. You have to be a subscriber to the channel, and then below comment, "I want that gear," and we will pick a random person from the comment and have them send it out to you. So super cool.
Yeah.
So where can people find you?
EvolveSupplyCo.com.
All right. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us. Appreciate
and,
it.
We'll see you in the next one.